For example, you have a warehouse, and there's got a whole bunch of cameras, and the warehouse AI is watching everything that's going on. And let's say a stack of boxes fell, or somebody spilled water on the ground, or whatever accident is about to happen. The AI recognizes it, generates the text, sends it to somebody, and help will come along the way. And so that's one way of using it. Instead of recording everything, if there's an accident, instead of recording every nanosecond of video and then going back and retrieve that moment, it just records the important stuff because it knows what it's looking at. And so having a video understanding model, a video language model, is really, really powerful for all these interesting applications. Now, what else are you guys going to work on beyond Ray? Talk to me about.
Yes, there's all the smart glasses,
yeah.
Right? So I think when we think about the next computing platform, we kind of break it down into mixed reality, the headsets, and the smart glasses. And the smart glasses, I think it's easier for people to wrap their head around that and wearing it, because it's, pretty much everyone who's wearing a pair of glasses today that'll get upgraded to smart glasses, and that's like more than 1 billion people in the world. So that's going to be a pretty big thing. The VR MR headsets, I think some people find it interesting for gaming or different uses, some don't yet. My view is that they're going to be both in the world. I think the smart glasses are going to be sort of the mobile phone, kind of always on version of the next computing platform, and the mixed reality headsets are going to be more like your workstation or your game console, where when you're sitting down for a more immersive session and you want access to more compute. Mm-hmm. The glasses are just very small form factor. There are going to be a lot of constraints on that, just like you can't do the same level of computing on a phone.
It came at exactly the time when all of these breakthroughs in generative AI happened.
Yeah, so we basically,
really
for smart
amazing.
glasses, we've been going at the problem from two different directions. On the one hand, we've been building what we think is sort of the technology that you need for the kind of ideal holographic AR glasses, and we're doing all the custom silicon work, all the custom display stack work, like all the stuff that you would need to do to make that work. And they're glasses, right? It's not a headset. It's not like a VR or MR headset. They look like glasses, but they're still quite a bit far off from the glasses that you're wearing now. Those are very thin. But even the Ray-Bans that we make, you couldn't quite fit all the tech that you need to into that yet for kind of full holographic AR. Though we're getting close, and over the next few years, I think we'll basically get closer. It'll still be pretty expensive, but I think that'll start to be a product. The other angle that we've come at this is, let's start with good-looking glasses. By partnering with the best glasses maker in the world, EssilorLuxottica, they have all the big brands that you use, whether it's Ray-Ban or Oakley or Oliver Peoples or just like a handful of others. It's kind of all EssilorLuxottica.
The NVIDIA of glasses.
I think that, it's... I think they would probably like that analogy, but who wouldn't? Who wouldn't at this point? So we've been working with them on the Ray-Bans. We're on the 2nd generation, and the goal there has been, okay, let's constrain the form factor to just something that looks great.
Great idea.
And within that, let's put in as much technology as we can, understanding that we're not going to get to the kind of ideal of what we want to fit into it technically, but but at the end it'll be like great looking glasses. And at this point we have camera sensors, so you can take photos and videos. You can actually live stream to Instagram. You can take video calls on WhatsApp and stream to the other person what you're seeing. You can. It has a microphone and speakers. So the speaker's actually really good. It's open ear, so
really
a lot of people find it more comfortable than earbuds. You can listen to music, and it's just like this private experience. That's pretty neat. People love that. You can take phone calls on it. But then it just turned out that sensor package was exactly what you needed to be able to talk to AI too.
Yeah.
So that was sort of an accident. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, were we going to get holographic AR before AI, I would have said, yeah, probably, right? It just seems like kind of the graphics progression and the display progression on all the virtual and mixed reality stuff and building up the new display stack. We're just making continual progress towards that.
That's right.
And then this breakthrough happened with LLMs. Yeah. And it turned out that we have sort of really high quality AI now and getting better at a really fast rate before you have holographic AR.
Yeah.
So it's sort of this inversion that I didn't really expect. I mean, we're fortunately well positioned because we were working on all these different products, but I think what you're going to end up with is just a whole series of different potential glasses products at different price points with different levels of technology in them. So I kind of think, based on what we're seeing now with the Ray-Ban Metas, I would guess that displayless AI glasses at like a $300 price point are going to be a really big product that like tens of millions of people or hundreds of millions of people eventually are going to have. And then,
you're going to have super interactive AI that you're talking to.
yeah,
Visual language understanding that you just showed. You have real-time translation. You could talk to me in one language, I hear it in another language.
and then the display is obviously going to be great too,
Yeah.
but it's going to add a little bit of weight to the glasses and it's going to make them more expensive. So I think there will be a lot of people who want the kind of full holographic display, but there are also going to be a lot of people for whom they want something that eventually is going to be like really thin glasses. And
Well, for industrial applications and for some work applications, we need that. We need
I
that
think for
rich
consumer
display.
stuff too.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I was thinking about this a lot during during COVID when everyone kind of went remote for a bit. It's like you're spending all this time on Zoom. It's like, okay, this is it's great that we have this, but in the future, we're like not that many years away from being able to have a virtual meeting where it's like I'm not here physically, it's just my hologram, and like it just feels like we're there and we're physically present. We can work on something and collaborate on something together. But I think this is going to be especially important
And
with
for that
AI.
application, I could live with a device that I'm not wearing all the time.
Oh yeah, but I think we're going to get to the point where it actually is.
Yeah, I could.
It'll be. I mean, there's within glasses, there's like thinner frames and there's thicker frames and there's like all these styles. But so I think we're a while away from having full holographic glasses in the form factor of your glasses. But I think having it in a pair of stylish, kind of chunkier framed glasses is not that far off.
Look at these sunglasses that are the face size these days. I could see that.
Yeah, and
right?
and you know what?
That'd totally look
that's a
good.
very helpful style trend.
Yeah,
for,
exactly. That's a very helpful
So whoever,
style
it's like I'm
not-
trying to,
I'm
I'm
not
trying to like
kidding. Yeah,
make my
exactly.
way into becoming like a style
Yeah.
influencer, so I can like influence this before, before the glasses come to the market. But
Well, I could
don't
see
know,
you
it's-
attempting it. How's your style influencing working out for you?
It's early.
Yeah.
It's early. It's early. But I don't know. I feel like if a big part of the future of the business is going to be building kind of stylish glasses that people wear, this is something I should probably start paying a little more attention
That's
to.
right.
Right
yeah,
then.
Totally,
So yeah,
Totally agree.
we're gonna have to
Totally
retire
agree.
the version of me that wore the same thing every day. But I mean, that's the thing about glasses too. I think it's it's unlike even the watch or phones. Like people really do not want to all look the same, right? And it's like, so I do think that it's a platform that I think is going to lend itself, going back to the theme that we talked about before, towards being an open ecosystem, because I think the diversity of form factors that people and styles that people are going to demand is going to be immense.
Yeah.
It's not like everyone is not going to want to put like the one kind of pair of glasses that whoever else designs. Like that's not. I don't think that's going to fly for this.
Yeah, I think that's right. Well, Mark, it's sort of incredible that we're living through a time where the entire computing stack is being reinvented. How we think about software, what Andre calls software 1 and software 2, and now we're basically in software 3 now. The way we compute, from general purpose computing to these generative neural network processing way of doing computing, the capabilities, the applications we could develop now are unthinkable in the past. And this technology, generative AI, I don't remember another technology that in such a fast rate influenced consumers, enterprise, industries, and science.
Yeah.
And to be able to cut across all these different fields of science, from climate tech to biotech to physical sciences. In every single field that we're encountered, generative AI is right in the middle of fundamental transition, and in addition to that, the things that you're talking about, generative AI is going to make a profound impact in society. The products that we're making, and one of the things that I'm super excited about, and somebody asked me earlier, is there going to be a Jensen AI? Well, that's exactly the creative AI you were talking about, where we just build our own AIs, and I load it up with all of the things that I've written, and I fine-tune it with the way I answer questions, and hopefully over time, the accumulation of use, and it becomes a really, really great assistant and companion for a whole lot of people who just wants to ask questions or bounce ideas off of, and it'll be the version of Jensen that, as you were saying earlier, that's not judgmental. You're not afraid of being judged, and so you could come and interact with it all the time. But I think that those are really incredible things, and we write a lot of things all the time, and how incredible is it just to give it 3 or 4 topics. These are the basic themes of what I want to write about, and write it in my voice, and just use that as a starting point. And so there's just so many things that we can do now. It's really terrific working with you, and I know that it's not easy building a company, and you pivoted yours from desktop to mobile to VR to AI, all these devices. It's really, really, really extraordinary to watch. And NVIDIA's pivoted many times ourselves, and I know exactly how hard it is doing that. And both of us have gotten kicked in our teeth plenty over the years. But that's what it takes to want to be a pioneer and innovate. So it's really great watching you.
Well, and likewise. I mean, it's I'm not sure if it's a pivot if you keep doing the thing you were doing before, but as well. But you add to it. I mean, there's more chapters to all this, and I think the same thing it's been fun watching. I mean, the journey that you guys have been on. I mean, we went through this period where everyone was like, nah, everything is going to kind of move to these devices, and it's just going to get super kind of cheap compute, and you guys just kept on plugging away at this, and it's like, no, like actually, you're going to want these big systems that can parallelize.
We went the other way.
Yeah, no, and
we went, and instead of building smaller and smaller devices, we made computers as size
unfashionable
of
for a while, a little unfashionable.
Super unfashionable.
Yeah.
But now it's cool, and instead of we started building a graphics chip, a GPU, and now when you're deploying a GPU, you still call it Hopper H100, but so you guys know when Zuck calls it H100, his data center of H100s, there's I think you're coming up on 600,000, and
we're good customers. That's how you get the Jensen Q&A at SIGGRAPH.